Gotcha. तुमने जी
Guys, mute yourself.
ट्रिप मध्ये हवं राईट साईडला जल्दी जात लूट घेत ड्राईव्ह करणं पाठामध्ये नंतर मागचा पाठ
முன்னாடி சேர்த்து அர்ஜுனை பார்த்திருக்கோம்ல ஆக்ஷன் கிங் அர்ஜுனியா ಅರ್ಜುನ್
ನನ್ನ ಹೋಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಪ್ಪ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಿರಪ್ಪ
ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ಮುನ್ನಾಡಿ சேர்த்திருந்தா பார்த்திருக்கலாம் ಅವಳೇನೆ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ಶೂಟಿಂಗ್
ಈ ಹುಡುಗರುಗಳಿಗೂ ಒಂಚೂರು ಕಾಮನ್ ಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ನಿಂತಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಈ ಹುಡುಗರುಗಳು ಅವ್ರಿಗೇನ್ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದಿರೋ ಏನು ಓಕೆ ಬಟ್ ಆದ್ರೂ good evening. So I hope so I am audible now. So yesterday class was cancelled because we know that there is a lot of rainfall yesterday. So because of the fluctuation in the power, so the class was cancelled. We started, but we could not able to continue that. Okay. Now, here we are discussing about food security. When we are discussing about food security, I think in the last class we discussed about how Indians, like what was the situation of India, okay, before I can say independence. Even after independence also the situation was not, I can say improved. Even the situation was same as like what before independence. Okay, before independence. So the issue with respect to the main issue was, so automatically when we have taken about the food security, sir, is that the people did not have the food only? No, sir, the people did not have food. Sir, how come, sir, the people did not have the food? Because agriculture production was very less. Sir, how come the agriculture production was very less? Sir, agriculture production was very less because the Britishers did not take any initiative for the development of agriculture. Okay, they did not went for what? Development of agriculture. So that is the first case here. So not only that, even the problem with respect to, the agriculture production was, see, there was a lack of okay, use of what modern technology or modern things in the agriculture, because they know that our farmers, they are inclined towards what old traditional method of what agriculture only, and because of that agriculture production was very less. As the agriculture production was very less, the people were unable to okay, get the required, whatever the required agriculture production okay they want. That was the main story, sir, the main story behind this. So because of all this, so somewhere India was suffering from what? Somewhere India was suffering from a problem called what? Okay, food insecurity, sir, food insecurity. And that is why when we got independence, the first main thing we made, our main thing after independence, the government has initiated is what, sir? The government is initiated is, that is achieving the food security. Achieving the food security. This is the first case. Here, sir, they want to provide food to everyone. Sir, not only is that food to everyone, how to provide food to should be accessible. Food should be accessible. Okay, food should be it should reach to everyone. Hello, is it audible? Okay. See, as there is a okay rain outside, maybe okay. So what to say? The system is giving some fluctuation. Don't worry. Just try to listen to this. Now, sir, here the question arises. So, which means what? After independence, the main agenda of the government was what? Achieving the food security, sir. Here, when I say achieving the food security, okay, is having four important objectives, sir. It had four important objectives, mainly like, okay, providing food to everyone. They want to ensure that food will be available to everyone, sir. That is the first case. Okay. The first thing is what? The food should be available to everyone. That's the first case. Second case, okay. Okay, the second thing is the food should be accessible, sir. The food should be accessible. That's the second one. And the third is, okay, the third important point is, okay, so the food should be affordable, sir, which means the price. That is what I'm talking about, sir, which means the people should have enough money. The people should have what? Enough money. So if the people are having enough money, so automatically, so they can go for what? Whatever the amount or the whatever the quantity of food grains they want, they can purchase it, sir. Purchase it. That is what that is what the importance issue of what? Food security. Sir, is that you want to say that food security is ensured in a country? You can assure that yes, that country is having a food security. Okay. Only when, remember that, enough food is available for all the persons. That's the first case. Okay. Second, all persons have the capacity to buy the food. Okay. On whatever the quality and whatever the quantity they want, sir. And there is no barrier. And there is no barrier on access to food, sir. There is no barrier for access to food. Sir, when we achieve this, okay, when we achieve this, so automatically, okay, automatically we can say that we have achieved what? Food security, sir. We have achieved what? Food security. That is the main thing, okay, what they concentrated after independence. After independence. That's the first thing, sir. Here, the question arises is, here the first question arises is, sir, now, okay, sir, why food security, sir? You may say that why food security? Okay, why food security? So the question arises, the poorest section of the society, sir, whichever the poorest section of the society might be insecure, sir, might be insecure. So why they will be insecure? Okay, why they will be insecure? Sir, they will be insecure because of what? Because of what? Because of, okay, most of the time the BPL people, okay, BPL people, they're unable to get what, sir? They're unable to get, okay, they're unable to get the food, sir. They're unable to get the food. Sir, if they're unable to get the food, okay, which means what? Sir, why they're unable to get the food? Basically, I can say that, basically, okay. So maybe there is a issue of what? Maybe there is a issue of they don't have that much of money, or maybe because of national disaster, national disaster, or maybe, okay, earthquake, maybe drought, you got my point? Maybe drought, sir, maybe tsunami, maybe flood, all this, so which will leads to what? Which will leads to, okay, creation of what, sir? Creation of, okay, food insecurity, sir. Okay, food insecurity. So automatically we know that during the period of drought, and during the period of national or natural calamity, sir, what will happen? Sir, due to natural calamity or due to drought, okay, the total production of food grains will decreases, sir. Production of food grains will decreases. That's the first important, okay, problem with respect to this. Sir, as the productivity decreases, okay, as the productivity decreases, so automatically, okay, the people will get what, sir? The people will get, okay, problem with respect to food grains. Problems with respect to what? Food grains. Due to shortage of food grains, the prices will go up. As the high prices, some people cannot afford it, sir. Some people cannot afford the food. Okay. And remember, if such calamity, okay, it takes place continuously, sir, longer period, and it may create a, okay, a situation of what? Starvation. It may create a, okay, problem of what? Starvation. One thing. Now the question arises is, sir, why famine will take place? Why famine will take place? There is a first question here. Why the famine will take place? Sir, here, whenever you consider the famine, okay, whenever we consider the famine, okay, whenever we consider the famine, here during the sir, what is famine first? Sir, can you explain what is famine? Sir, famine is characterized by what? Widespread death due to starvation and epidemics caused by forced use of what? Contaminated water or decaying food and loss of body resistance due to weakening from starvation, sir. Sir, most of the time in any country, sir, in any country, starvation will take place. Starvation will take place because of what? Because of what? Okay, a famine, sir. Why the famine? Famine is means what? Okay, less rainfall. Famine means what? Less rainfall, sir. Less rainfall. Obviously, country like India, sir, devastated famine in our life. Sir, in your NCERT only, I could not able to show you that NCERT now because maybe okay, because this internet issue. Sir, the Great Bengal famine. Okay, here it is. I hope so it is visible for you people. See, this most devastating famine that occurred in India was famine of Bengal 1943, sir. 1943. Okay, 1943. 1943. Now the question arises is, now the question, now the first question arises is, okay, now the first question arises is, sir, when you say that, okay, when you say that, this famine has taken place, and when you say that that famine has taken place, sir, why the two Great Bengal famine, sir? Yes, sir, the Great Bengal famine, okay, Great Bengal famine, okay, is, I can say that it has killed more than 30 lakh people, sir. It has killed more than 30 lakh people, sir. Now the first question arises, sir, when you say that it has killed more than 30 lakh people, okay, that too in the provinces of Bengal, that too in the provinces of what? Bengal. Sir, here, here, the first question arises. The first question arises is that Bengal famine is common in India? Yes, sir. Okay, Bengal famine is common in India. Now the first question arises is, sir, not only in Bengal, sir, even in other parts of India, the famine is common, sir. There are places like in your NCERT only that given that, okay, Kalahandi in Odisha, Kashipur in Odisha. Okay, these are common, sir. Even in Karnataka, if you take till the Krishna river water irrigation facilities, sir, irrigation facilities. Okay, irrigation facilities. So automatically the death of the people were common. Death of the people were common. That is the main issue over there. Death of the people were common, even North Karnataka, because of starvation only, sir. Because of starvation only. So in this scenario, sir, in this scenario, we can say that, sir, is that food security is needed? Yes, sir. People used to die only because of what? People used to die only because of, okay, people used to die because of what? Hunger only, sir. When they did not get the food, there was a cases of what? Death. Now, sir, in India, lot of people, they are suffering from what? One is food and second is nutrition, sir. One is food and second is what? Nutrition. Just check it out. How these people are looking. Okay. Just check it out this. Okay. So how these people will look. One thing. Sir, now our question arises. Now the first question arises is, okay, now the first question arises is, when you take the consideration of large section of the people, they suffer from, okay, they suffer from, okay, this, or I can say that food and nutrition insecurity in India, food and, okay, nutrition insecurity in India, the worst affected group is, sir, most of the time is landless people. Most of the time, the worst affected people is what? Landless people, sir. Sir, how come you say that worst affected people is landless people? So remember, if you have at least land, sir, if you have land at least, okay, if you have land at least, now the first question arises is, with the help of land, sir, with the help of land, you can generate your own income, sir. You can generate your own income. Just think about it. Okay, you can generate your own income, sir. But sir, the problem is, sir, when you don't have okay land, at least if you have a land, sir, if you have a land, okay, if you have a land, so you could have grow some food grains. Okay, grow some food grains. See, just read this. Who are the people who worst affected groups? Landless people with little or no land depend upon. Correct. So for depending upon, they don't have the land only, sir. They don't have the land only. That's the first case. Second case is, who are the second people, sir? Traditional artisans. Traditional artisans. So these traditional artisans, okay, these people, the traditional artisans people, sir, so they'll go for what? They'll go for, okay, so most of the time they depends on what? Regular, some traditional art they will make, sir. Correct. And there are some petty self-employed workers, not all the self-employed workers, petty self-employed workers. Not only that, there are destitute, including beggars. Okay, destitute, including what? Beggars, sir. Okay, destitute. Okay, including beggars. So, sir, all these people are basically food insecure people, sir. Insecure people. And remember, why these people are insecure? Because they are engaged in seasonal activities, and their wages are very low. Their wages are very low, sir. Okay, their wages are what? Very low. So because of this, so there is a, okay, there is a problem, sir. There is a problem. There is a problem. One thing. Now the question arises is, now the important question arises with respect to this is, even I'm just reading the story of your NCERT only. Okay, reading the story of NCERT only. Sir, we know that, okay, we know that there is a person called Ramu, sir. There's a person called what? Ramu. Sir, when you take the Ramu, sir, when you take the Ramu is basically works as a casual labor, sir. Ramu has works as what? Casual labor. Okay. And in agriculture in Rampur village, sir. In Rampur village. Sir, when he works in sorry, not Rampur, Raipur village, sir. His eldest son, Somo, is 10 years old. Is 10 years old. Also work as what? Pali. Okay, to look after the cattle of the Sarpanch of the village. Somu is employed for the whole year, sir. Whole year. This type of situation is common in every. That's what I'm telling since first class. Okay, whatever we are discussing, this is common for what? All the states and all the villages of India and all the families of India, sir. Now the question arises. Now the first question arises is, sir, when it is common, sir. Okay, so this type of people, they suffer from what? They suffer from, okay, food insecurity. Food insecurity is common among these people, sir. Correct. Mainly these people only suffer from what? Food insecurity. Is it okay? Mainly this, okay, these people will suffer from what? Food insecurity only, sir. So that is why. So whenever you want to say the food insecurity, sir, food insecurity, we should ensure that why they are insecure. Not only that, even if you take the next page, you'll get one story of Ahmad also. I hope so. Okay, here only. Okay, just check it out. It's a story of Bangalore Ahmad, sir. He's a rickshaw puller. He's a rickshaw puller. And obviously, just think about, because of the COVID situation, is that rickshaw puller are getting more income? No, sir. And if he is not getting the more income, sir, how come? Okay, we'll go for what? Okay, how come you will go for? Okay, getting his income, sir. Getting his income. Getting his income. Sir, that is why, sir, most of the time, even the government will go for what? government still go for government. That is why they'll try to check it out which section of the people, even caste also, when you consider caste or religion, we can easily say that which people are, okay, which people are unable to, okay, get the food, sir. Okay, unable to get the food. Now, sir, is it government did not taken any like any, okay, steps with respect to this? Sir, whenever you consider the government, so the government has taken the one of the important measure is, okay, one of the important measure is, okay. So the first thing the government put a target is what? Okay, achieving or increasing, okay, agriculture production so that we can achieve self-sufficiency. We can achieve the self-sufficiency. We can achieve what? Self-sufficiency. Now, here the question arises is when you say that, okay, India is aimed at, okay, aimed at what? Achieving self-sufficiency, okay, with respect to food grains since independence. How we have achieved? Sir, we have achieved that through what? Okay, we have achieved that through, okay, a revolution called food, agriculture revolution called what? Okay, green revolution. We have achieved that mainly with help of a revolution called what? Agriculture revolution called green revolution. So what is this green revolution, sir? What is this green revolution? So remember that green revolution is nothing but increasing the agriculture production with the help of using high yield variety seeds. High yield variety seeds. So they put a target of what? Achieving, okay, achieving, achieving this with the help of what? Okay, using high yield variety seeds, sir. Using high yield variety seeds. Okay, is that you people are getting my words? Now, sir, the question arises, sir, because of the use of this high yield variety seeds, because of the use of what? High yield variety seeds. So suddenly India, from, remember, yesterday we discussed that India was a ship to mouth country. From that ship to mouth, we have become self-sufficient. We have become what? Self-sufficient only because of this. Only because of this, sir. That is a main, okay, issue with respect to what? Main issue with respect to, okay, your, I can say, food security. And remember, sir, since the, I can say that since the introduction of what? Since the introduction of green revolution, and automatically it has taken around 30 years, okay, another 30 years to achieve what? Another 30 years to achieve self-sufficiency. So, and because of this green revolution only, our agriculture production has increased. And because of the agriculture production only, the government started maintaining the buffer stock. The government started maintaining what? Buffer stock, sir. So which means what? They started maintaining the food grains, mainly the wheat, okay, rice, okay, mainly the wheat and rice. So remember, the government started maintaining the rice and wheat, which are procured by FCA. And remember, the Food Corporation of India will procure the food grains from the farmers, at a rate called MSP, minimum support price. The government will announce the MSP, and after announcing the MSP, they will procure, they will sell, the farmers will sell. Okay, the farmers will sell. Okay, to the, okay, the farmers will sell it to what, sir? The farmer will sell it to the government. And the government, once again, they will distribute this. Okay, once again, they will distribute it to what? Poorer sections of the society. at a price which is called as what? Lower than market price, which is called as issue price, which means 3 rupees per kg rice, 2 rupees per kg wheat, something like that they will issue. Okay, that shop is called as ration shop. I hope so you people have heard about this. That shop is called as what? Ration shop. Correct? Okay, through that, okay, remember this. We also call as Namil Kannadadalli Sarkari Nyaya Bele Angadi, fair price shops, Sarkari Nyaya Bele Angadi, ration shops. All these words are common, sir. These are common. Now remember, when we say that all these words are common, okay, sir, is that BPL families are getting, okay, BPL families are getting this, okay, that is subsidized food grains through ration shops. Yes, sir. Not only food grains, even in ration shops, the government also provides subsidized sugar, kerosene, okay, kerosene oil for cooking, sir. And not only that, subsidized gas also nowadays. Now the question arises, why lower than that market price? Why these commodities are sold at lower than at market price? Obviously, because the people are unable to utilize it, sir. The people are unable to utilize it. Okay. Now, see, this rationing system that is giving the food grains through rationing system in India, which was started, I can say, from 1940s, sir. 1940s, mainly because of your Bengal famine only. Because when the Bengal famine was introduced, the government has decided that no, we will provide the food grains on rationing basis. Okay, the government only established these shops, and with the help of those shops, they started providing what? Food grains. That's one thing. Not only that, even the government has launched various programs, like in 1975, they come up with ICDS. Through ICDS, they have established Anganwadi, sir. I hope so you people have know this Anganwadi centers. Anganwadis, they have established Anganwadis. Okay. And not only this, there are several new programs were launched. There are several new programs have been launched. Some programs, maybe they have changed the name, sir. Some programs they have restructured. Some programs they have restructured. Some program like midday meal scheme, PDS, it is continuing like anything. Continues like anything. And even most of the poverty elevation, poverty removal programs, poverty removal programs, okay, poverty removal programs, okay, which also aims to achieve food security only. Or even employment generation programs are also aims to achieve what? Food security only. Food security only. Many, sir, many. And if you want to discuss about current status of public distribution system, currently don't follow all this table. You try to follow only this one, because these are the previous one with respect to PDS, various programs, sir. But presently we have this National Food Security Act, okay, 2013. Sir, obviously, PDS is one of the important step taken by your government of India, sir, towards ensuring food security. Because if there is no, okay, PDS, just imagine how the food grains will be available to everyone. That is the first thing. And remember, PDS was universal, sir. Okay, universal. Or I can say that, read this. Up to 1992, it was universal. Everyone, it may be poor or non-poor, everyone can get food grains, sir. Okay. But in 1992, they have introduced revamped public distribution system. And remember, they have introduced that will provide the subsidized food grains only in the backward districts. Backward districts will provide 20 kgs of food grains. Once again, this RPDS in 1997, they have renamed as targeted PDS. Under this targeted PDS, sir, okay, they have targeted poor people in all the areas. Poor people for all the areas, and non-poor, which means they have started the concept called BPL and APL. For BPL, remember, wheat at a rate of 4 rupees, rice at a rate of 5 rupees. For APL, wheat at a rate of 6 rupees and rice at a rate of what? 8 rupees they started providing. This is targeted, but mainly they targeted what? Poor people. Same thing was, remember, okay, the special scheme they have launched, Antyodaya Anna Yojana. AAY is nothing but Antyodaya Anna Yojana. This is mainly for poorest of poor. Mainly for poorest of poor people. Okay, mainly for poorest of poor people. And one more is Annapurna Yojana, sir, mainly for senior citizen. Okay, senior citizen. And again, at a rate of lesser than like market rate or free of cost, they started providing. But in 2013, what the government has done, they have merged all the schemes and they have introduced a scheme called National Food Security Act. It's an act now. What is the act, sir? What is the meaning of that? Under this act, almost 67% of the people of India will get subsidized food grains, which is 75% of the people of rural area, 50% of the rural, like people of what? Urban area. These people will get what? Subsidized food grains under this National Food Security Act at a cost of what? Wheat 2 rupees, rice 3 rupees, coarse grain 1 rupee, sir. Coarse grain 1 rupee. At this rate, they are getting the food grains, sir. At this rate, they're getting the food grains. That is the first major point they have amended, or I can say that they have introduced. Here the whenever we say that this is the major thing they have introduced, there is a major thing they have introduced. So the first question arises. The first question arises is see, whenever we take this National Food Security Act, it says that the National Food Security Act is almost ensured the food security, sir. Ensure the food security. And mainly because of what? Mainly because of what? When the government is announcing the MSP, farmers will be motivated that even though, remember, even though the food grains price will come out, our food grains price will be lower, government will procure from us. Government will procure from us at a rate of MSP. Government only procure it. And the government will distribute it to BPL families, because obviously to distribute among the BPL family, they require the food grains. They require a food grains. So because of that, they decided to have what? They decided to have, I can say, go for what? Increasing the more and more. What's a increasing the more and more? Okay. So the food grains. Sir, and as they have increased the food grains, as they increase the food grains, sir, food grains production. So what was happened? As they increase the food grains production, sir, increase the food grain production. So automatically, the question arises is, the first important question arises is, the first important question arises is, so people also started getting more income. People also started getting what? More income. Not only that, sir, not only that, even so they went for what? They went for achieving the food security. Even in some states, sir, in some states like Gujarat, your cooperative sectors has helped to achieve the food security, sir. So how come cooperative sector has helped us to achieve this one? Sir, obviously we know that, okay, sir, Gujarat is a land of what? Your cooperative, that too mainly, that mainly with respect to what? Mainly with respect to your your milk production, sir. Your milk production. So whenever they went for increase in the milk production, so they have established cooperative societies or cooperative societies in the rural area. Sir, I hope so. You people are also know in Karnataka also we have cooperative societies, sir. We have a cooperative societies. Is it okay? Now, when we have this cooperative society, the question arises is okay, the cooperative societies, which means what? The group of people, they group together. They'll establish one cooperative society, sir. And after establishing it, they'll ask the group members to go for what? The group members to supply the milk over there. And whatever the milk which is supplied, sir, whatever the milk which is supplied, sir. So automatically that milk will be sold to the consumers, and whatever the profit they generate, that will be distributed among the members of the cooperative, sir. Members of the cooperative. So now, this okay, has helped the increase of the farmers. Remember that. And as the farmers' income increased, automatically food security problem also solved. Read this first para. Okay. Sir, that is what the main advantage I can say, sir. That is what the main advantage of what cooperatives. Sir, if I want to sum up whatever the things I have discussed, if I want to sum up, sir, just let me sum up this topic like this so that I can start your 10th chapter. Sir, food security is nothing but our food security of a nation, if you ask me. Food security of a nation, okay, is ensured. Food security of a nation ensures that each and everyone should get what? Adequate quantity of food, quality of food at affordable price. One thing. Which means, sir, we don't know what is the capacity of the person to buy the food grains. Sir. Is that he capable to purchase the food grains or not? We don't know. And we should ensure that, okay, if a person is unable to purchase the food grains, so the government should ensure that, okay, with the help of announcing or providing subsidized food grains, the government should ensure that, okay, he will have what? He will have that particular, okay, idea or the particular item, sir. That is why the government has launched National Food Security Act or various food security schemes. The government has launched various food security scheme. In that, one of the schemes is what? Your main important scheme you have to remember is National Food Security Scheme. That is what they have sum up here. If you read this, you'll get this. In this way, we can say that almost as of now, no death of the people. There is no death of the people because of what? Hunger, sir. You won't find any person death as of now because of what, sir? Hunger or starvation. Because of hunger or starvation. This is the story of your food security topic, sir. I know that, okay, see, it is difficult for you people because as only voice is visible, so no video also. Okay, no video also. So what to do? Like maybe this once the rain stops, sir, okay, we can able to start or we can able to get the information properly. So try to adjust for time being, sir. Time being, maybe by tomorrow, may rain stops. Once the rain stops, one internet facility and everything will be resumed properly. So I think you will have, okay. Hmm? Anything you want to ask, sir? Hmm? Okay. Tomorrow we'll continue with what? 10th chapter, sir. Okay, we'll start 10th chapter tomorrow. So maybe by tomorrow, this internet problem and everything will be, maybe it will be solved, sir. Maybe it will be solved. Tomorrow we'll continue with 10th chapter. Sorry, 10th standard.